And we are live. Thank you, everyone, for joining another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest at this time is it Lenora Scelfo?
You gave it a good try.
Okay.
Well, let's just go with that. No, it's Leonora Scelfo, but my friends call me Lee. So you want a friend?
So we'll go with that. And Lee she has an appearance coming up at New Jersey HorrorCon, September 16th through the 18th at the Show Book Atlantic. So make sure to go ahead and meet her there in New Jersey. She also has an Instagram page if you're interested in following. So make sure to support when you can. So let's go ahead and get right into it, Lee. Okay.
Okay.
um, so tell me, because you're well known for
I'm the one that stares at yourself when you do these. It's so okay. All right, go ahead.
So you are well known for the scene in the horror movie Scream when you are in the bathroom as the cheerleader. Um, can you tell me what are your best memories are of working on that film along with actress Nancy Ann Ritter?
Yeah. Um, it was a great time in my life. Nancy and I are still really good friends. Um, to I mean, I was there for most of the shoot, so
Mm-hmm.
we did a lot of social things. Probably, I mean, I have a lot of good memories, but probably the first dinner that Wes Craven threw for the cast before we started filming, and I got sat next to Drew, and
Oh.
my sister actually had known her. But I never had met her, and I name dropped my sister, and she didn't remember who my sister was. So I was like, "Oh, she's so famous. Remember my sister Dominique? You don't remember?" She's like, but
Yeah.
she handled it so well, and we had a great night. I mean, it. I think the entire shoot was I probably idyllic. I don't know. It was like a perfect little town to shoot it in, and I have memories of laying by the pool with Rose McGowan. She had her sister come, but the funny thing about Rose was that she didn't lay in the sun. But now I understand why. And so I would be in the sun, sunning by the pool at the hotel whenever someone wasn't working, and Rose would be under a barricade of umbrellas, sunblock, but she was still there.
Right.
So beautiful. Her skin was like a ghost. And
Oh wow.
yeah, she reminded me of my mother. I don't think my mother's ever even been in the sun before. So um, your question, but there's so many good memories.
I'm glad that you got to have that experience, and hopefully people will go back and watch that scene and go meet you in New Jersey when that comes.
Very first one, my very first convention. I mean,
Are you nervous about that? Or are you
yeah,
mostly excited?
I'm nervous. Oh, I can be really shy, but like most actors, when you're in the environment, you kind of just come to life. But
Right.
just to sit and meet people, it's going to be so fun for me. But I've never done that, so I'm nervous in a good way. And also, Nancy, she's done it more than me, and I told her, I said, I just want to do it with you because it'll be so fun,
Right.
and she's going to be with me. And our agent said you might not be able to always do it with her, but my first one I'm going to do it with her. And yeah, I don't. What are they like? I've never even been to any convention, like soap
Okay.
opera or whatever.
I can let you know. Actually, I met your friend Nancy back in April at a convention in Maryland. So normally is they're normally 3 day series. Usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes on Thursdays. Um, and normally it's just you get there and people will come up to you and they're going to remember you from the scene of the movie of what you played for. And they're going to talk to you about why they enjoy that scene and what they take from it from watching you perform, and they're going to bring their collectibles like their Scream mask, or they're going to bring their DVDs and their T-shirts, and they're going to want you to sign these things, and they may even talk to you about some of their lines, or they may even do some of the lines in front of you. I've seen that
I've
before. So
had that done to me quite a few times. Actually, I was thinking that they were gonna want me to sign Maybe She's a Slut Just Like Her Mother, because everybody loves
oh
that.
yeah,
And I never even really thought about it, but it's a popular line.
it is usually quotable lines. They want that on the posters and everything. So
Very
um,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
expect your hand to cramp a little bit during the day, but it's a lot of fun. It normally brings people together, and you can see how it impacts not only, like the generation today, but many generations. And they'll talk to you about why this film is important to them and that you're a part of it. So,
Is this film important to you?
of course, it's
I
one of my favorite films. It's one of my
Why?
favorite horror movies. Why? Because in the time frame of when it came out, um, I just love how the story builds around the killer, Ghostface. I like that anybody can be Ghostface in the movie, and I love all the characters in that movie. I like your character. Um, I enjoy Nancy, and I enjoyed
He was so good in it.
exactly. And I enjoyed Henry Winkler
Oh,
and
I'll
go
tell you.
ahead.
Right before I did my scene, I had lunch with Henry Winkler.
Aw.
Just at the, when you just do the catering, and we sat together. And I tried not to freak out that it was the Fonz. But anyways, go ahead, go on.
And and Henry Winkler, and I've talked to Rose McGowan, and she told me a funny story about how she kind of like almost injured the camera with the beer bottle scene when she was chucking it, and um, it just seems that people really connected with that, and it's such a good movie with all the actors, the wonderful voice work by Roger Jackson. So
Cool. That's really cool. I like to hear that. I I asked I haven't really ever asked that many people that question, but I do have a woman in my life who's probably going to be my sister-in-law one day,
okay.
and she's a huge horror film person. And so I just asked her, I'm like, what is it? I mean, it's like the rest of the horror film people that love it. And I think what I finally got out of it was that it was just a great time in her childhood. It reminds her of her cousins. It reminds her of her childhood, really.
Definitely.
And her, yeah. So
And I feel like everyone can find a character that they can relate to in that film, uh, and they kind of gravitate towards. Like, I felt like I was kind of similar to Randy, so I
a
and I have met
lot of
Jamie before,
gay
so
men.
yeah.
I get a lot of gay men that find me to be the person that they're identifying with the most.
And
Because of
that's great.
the bitchiness and the well, I
Yeah,
had one guy say that the character I played, the bitchiness allowed him to unleash his inner bitch.
and that's great. I think that that's great that you are providing these people, kind of like confidence. So um, I always liked it because it was like stuff you could say with about the main character and not having to confront the main character. You can say what needed to be said and how you really felt about that character, but you're not like talking to each other and everything like that, but it still has an impact and resonance within the character.
Interesting.
So that's my take on it.
Cool.
Definitely. But I think it'll be a lot of fun for you, and
I'm so
uh
excited. I'm really excited to meet everybody.
definitely, yeah. and you're gonna have a blast. And I know some other conventions to go to. I normally say sometimes it's better to start with a smaller convention than the big conventions, because like
I,
of how huge
I
they
don't know.
are.
New Jersey, a big one?
I've not been to that, but I can talk to. I don't know if you know Matt Burns. Matt Burns is he's kind of a promoter and director and producer for films, and Matt
Well, it doesn't
knows.
really matter because I'm going to it. So
Yeah, you're going to
big
it,
or small,
but he
I can
he
handle
he
it.
may have been to it, so I could ask him as a reference.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, and so uh, we got sidetracked for a second. But when that movie came out, what did you think when you saw it, like kind of like on the screen and seeing all the scenes unfold?
I don't watch anything I'm in. I
Okay,
watch the movie that yeah. I read the screenplay, early on, Kevin
right.
Williamson's, and I mean that's the honest answer. I mean, I've seen clips and I've obviously seen, but I don't think I've ever sat in the entirety in one sitting, and I get embarrassed even if I'm not in
Okay,
it that much. It's just like I don't. But uh, yeah, that's my answer.
understood, understood.
I mean,
Uh,
if you want to know how I felt about like reading the screenplay and things like that,
yeah,
and I was friends with everybody that was in it, and we would hang out and do scenes together and stuff like that. I thought it was incredible, and I think everybody by this point knows because it's been 25 years that
right,
Wes told me himself, um, and I think I've talked about this a couple of times that Kevin Williamson, the first scene that he wrote was the bathroom girl scene. Most Scream fans know that, and that's how he sold it. And it was called Scary Movie. Everybody knows that.
right.
But I felt honored to be in such an important. I didn't really understand it at the time, but Wes was always saying to me because I obviously auditioned for Nev's role, and he said that that Merrimack said I wasn't famous enough to be the lead, and then he just gave me the part of the cheerleader, but he sat me down. He's like, "This is like a really important scene, and this is how Kevin sold the screenplay."
Wow.
And I didn't really understand why it was so important, but it does kind of set a tone for I think 1996 horror films definitely needed to make a comeback. I don't know, but I felt honored to be in such an important scene, even though at the time I didn't really realize it.
Yeah, definitely. And I say it kind of like put a paradigm shift into like more horror movies where they kind of started picking up steam and people started watching them more. I feel
Oh,
like that. So I see it as the catalyst moving forward. Are you concerned or not concerned? Are you still wanting to act anymore, or are you kind of moved on, or
I have acted. I ran a theater company. I like directing more
okay?
for 14 years in upstate New York. My mom, my grandma, most people know my grandmother was a famous actress, my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just kind of felt like that was what I was supposed to do. I really do enjoy it and I have a lot of fun with it. Um, and yeah, people have talked to me several times because I wasn't killed about being in another Scream, and I would definitely do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Is there a dream kind of play you want to direct or something you've thought about?
Well, I mean, I love Neil Simon, but I probably would have loved, and maybe still could be, the female version, the female Woody Allen,
Okay.
sans the molestation. I would have loved to have, done that kind of stuff, and there's still time. Um, More like just simple stories, relationship stories. Um, my mom, I mean, I know you guys all love horror films. My mom was in a very famous horror film that had the same kind of cult status that I guess it was called Blue Sunshine.
Okay.
But I my favorite horror film, not that you asked that, is The Shining. But my favorite genre of film is not horror. I'm sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine. Um, and The Shining is a great one. It's such
Yeah.
a classic. I love the scene, especially when Danny is confronted by the two ghosts in the hallway. That's my favorite
Did you
scene
read
in the
the
show.
Did you read the book? You're a lot younger than me, probably, but everybody's younger than me. But did you read the book?
I've not read the book. I probably
Okay.
should.
Well, you don't have to, but the book, just reading the book, I had to go stay with friends. That's how
Oh
scary
wow.
it was. Almost more scary than the great movie. It was, you know. However,
Yeah.
I did try to get a 12-year-old to watch it, and she was bored within like 20 minutes, maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah. um, but yeah, I believe it. That's one of the greatest horror movies ever. Is The Shining.
Well, I
Uh,
like you a lot now, even more than I did before. You have taste.
Thank you.
Oh,
And
Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's
oh
Baby.
yeah. Actually, I also enjoy the Stephen King series, the mini series. Um, oh, I'm trying to think. I want to say it was Rosemary, but they did a whole mini series, and it was a TV special.
I don't know. Christine, Fire.
Oh,
Oh,
Christine, I just watched that.
mhm. I don't know. You're asking the wrong girl.
um, but are you more kind of a fan of as far as certain plays? Are you more fan of the straight plays as opposed to musicals, or?
I mean, I like to. Yes, I'm more of a Glengarry, Glen Ross, David Mamet type.
Okay.
Uh, I did leave at intermission for The Lion King on Broadway. I did it. I did do that.
Yeah.
It's just so long. But no, I
Yeah.
mean, I enjoy musicals. I enjoy everything. My favorite musical is Gigi, but I just
Okay.
don't like anything that's more than an hour and 45 minutes. I have
Yeah.
ADHD, and I'm teasing you. I mean, I'm not teasing you, but more of yeah, what more of um a straight person. Straight uh
Yeah.
what
You're more like the straight theater, straight plays. Yeah.
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 I'm like more The Godfather, Goodfellas, Casablanca, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, All About Eve, Tootsie,
Oh yeah.
When Harry Met Sally. I actually love a J Lo romance. I say what you will about her acting, but I love a J Lo comedy romance. I loved Basic Instinct.
Oh yeah. Such a great movie.
And I loved Meg Ryan a lot.
Oh wow.
I'm
Yeah.
myself, but you know, I, I am old, so
No, no, you're classy. So I know we definitely share that as well because I am also an actor as well, and I'm more of the straight plays than musicals. And I have read some of the plays that you mentioned with David Mamet and some of the other ones. Do you have you acted like in a straight play? Do you have a favorite role that you've done yourself?
sorry, my dog keeps trying to come.
It's okay.
I did the first agent I ever got in New York City. I played Sissy from Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. The big
Okay.
song. I mean, I've done so many different things throughout the years. I would love to do what Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband are doing right now, the Neil Simon, the
Oh
Plaza.
yeah.
But I don't need to be in it. I love watching it, and I love No Coward. I love a dry wit. Um,
Sense of humor. Yeah.
yeah, I do. But I mean, I've definitely changed my tastes throughout the years, and my mind has opened. I might even watch a horror film tonight.
There you go. Yeah, definitely. I feel like, did you find any kind of like problems or struggle like during the pandemic, or did you find it like as a time for you to kind of like relax and maybe focus on other things? Did the pandemic impact you at all?
Yes, it did. I don't want to get too much into my personal life, but at the
Okay.
time, I was a full-time stepmother to three teenagers, and their father skipped off to work every day, even during the pandemic, and I was left home with the three of them for a year.
Oh wow.
Three teenagers, but I did. Yeah, I mean, what is your question? Did it? I mean, it affected all of us. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I had an adverse. Uh, I'm a homebody, so in that sense. But once you tell a homebody that they can't leave, then that's a problem.
Right.
It wasn't. To be honest with you, it wasn't horrible for me. I lived in Austin. I lived in a beautiful area. I got to walk my dog. I felt very blessed compared to all the years that I lived in New York City. I could have easily been in New York City. I spent my 20s and 30s, and I feel people that lived in cities really suffered because they were in small apartments. Like one of my brothers was in LA, and he's an up and coming um, director and writer. He actually, one of his films won some big award at some festival. It was called Sarah. It was like a 10-minute short. He's young,
Okay.
very talented, but I'm not great at plugging things. But it's called Sarah. It's really
All
good.
right.
And then he's about to direct his first feature called Four Corpses.
Well, that sounds
Uh,
cool.
it's going to be really cool, and I will definitely let everybody know. But at that time, he was in a one-bedroom shitty apartment in Los Angeles, and so for that type of stuff, I was like, it was hard to feel bad, when I knew what it could have been like for me, younger years, younger Leonora. I lived in a studio in Venice. I lived in a studio in New York City on 11th and 5th. Can you imagine living in a studio apartment in the city during a pandemic and everybody's like angry and starving and all the rats are out?
Oh yeah.
I was
I've
in a comfortable home. Yes, there were three teenagers there. Yes, it was hell. Yes, it was like a horror film. But no, did I suffer? No, I did not suffer. Did you
okay.
suffer? I mean,
Um, it was kind of a little bit of a challenge because I'm used to going out quite a bit. I live in the country though, but it was kind of hard because I missed my friends, and I kind of missed performing and everything, and it just seemed like um, you were living the same episode day after day because you couldn't go places or do anything, and it was kind of like a
sorry,
b-
turn off.
well, that's perfectly fine. Um, but I felt like it was like I was very nervous at first, and I felt like it was a risk because I was like, I need groceries, but I don't want to catch anything. So it was like trying to make decisions of,
Oh yeah, no, I was the designated shopper.
yeah,
I'm the type of person. I mean, I can be a hypochondriac, but I'm gonna get shit done. So
yeah.
I did everything. I actually didn't even catch COVID ever.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I never caught it either. Um, but yeah, I knew that there was stuff to do, but I just miss seeing my family and friends. So,
Of course.
uh, and so I created this. Actually, I created this podcast during COVID. So,
Actually, okay, so I know where you're going. So this was a great thing that came out of COVID, and actually, me finally, I don't want to say agreeing, but finally accepting to go to a convention
yeah,
because I had been asked, before. And I'm not shy, but I was like, why do they want to meet me? It's like a little tiny. But after the pandemic, the one of the reasons I'm doing this is because we all just sat home for a year. and life is so short. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go meet everybody, you know?
Exactly.
So that's a direct result of the pandemic.
And I think it's a good result. I think
Yeah,
it's time that we get socially connected and that we thrive after sitting so long. So
totally.
that's what I'm all about. Is I want people to thrive and grab the brass ring in life and be successful. So,
That's very sweet.
um, but yeah. So I hope that when you're at the convention, that people bring any kind of custom made. Sometimes people make custom made things for you to sign.
I've
So
had yeah, I've had so I would love it. I have one girl in Australia. I think everybody knows her, Aussie Halloween Queen, or what's her
okay,
Instagram? My Instagram just got hacked and taken over, by the way. Um,
yeah,
but she did the whole scene. She wore the outfit, and she did Nancy's outfit, and I get a lot of videos like that. I guess it's with social media and everything. It's like a new generation of people that send me stuff all the time that love it, like very young people, like 18, 17,
oh yeah,
16. And it's like it's almost like what Madonna said. She said that she wanted to re-release all of her music for the young people.
hmm
It's almost like it has a whole other life now. um and anyways, this girl, she reenacted the video. She did such a cute job, and so I would
I
love it
like to see that.
if anybody wants to come meet me and put the cheerleader outfit on. Really fun.
Yeah.
You're a guy. Also,
Wow. Yeah.
I'm not going to be in the cheerleading outfit though.
Yeah. I was wondering if people were gonna ask that.
Some of my somebody younger said like, "Oh, do you go in your outfit?" I'm like, I hope not. Like, do you? Like, that is just ultra cheesy, right? Nobody goes
Yeah.
in their outfit.
Um. Sometimes some people do, and they make it a
You're like,
special pro photo op. You know.
okay, well, you'll just have to come and see if I'm in the cheerleading outfit then.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so maybe I'll throw something together. But
Yeah.
yeah, anything anybody wants me to sign, I'd love to do it. A lot of people do this to me, that uh, which honestly, I do that in real life. It's the reason I do
Yeah.
that is it gets the lipstick off on
Oh
the
yeah.
inside, so it doesn't get on your teeth.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah, and I also didn't plan that when I did that.
no, it just happened. That's the part of movie magic.
Well, they
Um.
have a problem because they didn't see me wash my hands and
Oh.
they're totally right. It's disgusting.
Well, I'll say improvising at its finest moment.
Right?
Definitely. So before we go ahead and end, is there anything you'd like to say,
Just
promote, plug?
everybody, I'm gonna do a lot more conventions than just that one.
Okay.
Um yeah, I'm just just excited. I shouldn't be afraid, right? I mean,
No, no, you just need to go full speed ahead. And Nancy, I know she loves it, and she can kind of lead a little bit. I know she's very outgoing, and I think you guys will have a lot of fun, take a
we
lot of pictures. So
excited. It's a sweet, and it's a sweet moment for me. It's been 25 years. And
wow.
I've never gone out and met any of the fans, or I just kind of kept. So I'm just really excited, and I hope everybody comes to meet me, so I'm not just standing there by myself.
No, I think you'll have quite a slew of people, and I think that they'll come and enjoy, and I think it's going to be a really really good day for you. So
Are you going to be there?
I will not. I am
Aw.
traveling at that time.
Oh, you're traveling.
Yeah, I'm traveling. I will be in Virginia at that time.
Well, maybe
Uh,
we'll meet some other time.
Definitely, you're on my bucket list of people I want to meet in person. So,
Well, thank
uh,
you very much for having me.
of course, and I'm glad to have had you on this podcast. If you're ever interested in coming back, or sometimes we do panels, So we're all trying to network and strive. So
I'm extremely opinionated if you ever need a panelist.
yeah, yeah. Well, I just want to help as many people in the art world and have them socially connected. So
That's sweet.
yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end our podcast. I want to thank you for being my guest at this time. Everyone tune back at 7:30. Guest actor producer Mark Byrne will be here. So
Cool.
everyone take care and have